do here? What does this thing have to say on the arboreal extractor? Blah, 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 blah. It doesn't say anything about where to put it in relation to the tree, only that it needs a tree. Wait. Resin, sap, more resin. Wait a minute. I can get latex. Oh, and you get it from jungle logs too. Oh, thank goodness. Yes, okay, yeah. That is why I need the arboreal extractor. I need it to make latex, and latex is going to... I'm going to need latex for... Suppose I were to, say, put some charcoal in here. You know, for fuel. It does say to burn stuff, right? Well... Huh. Okay, in that case, I'm not sure what... maybe I have to put a log in here and it'll extract the latex from the log? No? Wait, here we go. Use fertilizer to... Oh my goodness, that's how you do it. Okay. So you put the fertilizer in. Here, I'll plunk this whole thing in there. Latex. Okay, fine. I'll do it this way then. Latex, you use it for... Oh wait, you have to hit U. Yeah, latex, you put in a fractionating still to make rubber, and you get water out of that. Don't know what I'm going to do with the water, but... And that's going to be why I wanted that arboreal extractor so badly. I suppose it's a happy coincidence that that I decided to go big on the jungle sapling. Literally. And I might as well plant these here too. Done. Ooh, look at that bamboo. It sure shot up like bamboo. Okay. Advanced materials. You need cured rubber, which you get by making latex. Combining latex with sulfur, which I have a lot of. And it takes... Really? That's a weird number. 900. I'd expect like an entire bucket full. But to do that, first I'm going to need the fractionating still. Wait a second. Without a fractionating still, how am I going to get rubber? Well, I can make tiny dry rubber. I could have sworn there was another way to do this. Does this mean I have to go into industrial foregoing? But I suppose it's not exactly a commandment that I have to start the do this task before I do this task. So I'm going to build the fractionating still first. Now, for that, I need a machine frame, which I got a couple of spares of, and the old traditional flux coil. And some Invar gears, meaning I need Invar. Also need to shut this door just to be careful. Let's see. Oh yeah, and copper ingots apparently. Well, I got copper. Do I have any spare Invar? Yeah, but I don't have enough. Well, that's okay. I'll just make the blend. Yeah, technically, making these blends is shaped crafting, even though it's only 2x2 shaped crafting. Okay, we'll put them in the multi-servo press to storm out the gears. And there we go, a fractionating still. I will collect the reward for the fractionating still afterwards. Now, where to put this thing? Oh, right. I was going to extend... maybe I should call that machine room the original machine room. I'll run this cable out to here. That should be far enough. Now, fractionating stills, I used to use them to make oil. At least I think it was oil. You know, I'd like enough room behind that cable, too. So I suppose I ought to connect that over there and run that out to here. Maybe cut it off there. And before I forget, I ought to take this canteen out. That's all the nutritional paste that I made out of zombie flesh. You know, I'd find a use for that zombie flesh someday. Let's see, can I get to... How many of these machines can I not get to? I should be able to get to all of them. Yeah, even that pressurized reaction chamber, I can reach it. So with that in mind, let me just take some of these buckets out. $630. I suppose we've got a wait ahead of us. And I suppose I could make all the machines in the quest line before actually making them, or before actually reaching the quests. But instead, I suppose I ought to go over the power. Like, for example, the Stirling Dynamo. It is, it's basically a coal-burning generator. And since it needs stone, or probably stone, where did I put the granite? Oh, here it is. Since it needs that, I might as well grab some. It also needs iron gear, not one iron gear. Okay. There. Now, as generators go, Stirling is I suppose it's good for an emergency backup generator or something. Oh, and it gives out mechanism cables. I suppose they realized exactly how much stock I place in mechanism. The compression dynamo. It needs bronze. And in total, I'm going to need 6 bronze. But But bronze, as we all know, is a copper and tin alloy. I've got an extra 2 left. And the rest I can induction smelt in my induction smelter. Like that. Then we'll stamp out a bronze gear. The only other element it needs is iron. And there we go, the chrome compression dynamo. Now that uses liquid fuels, like, I think, lava. It's better than sterling. Oh, but this thing I think I might actually want to hook up. You can get this from enchanted books. If only I had bottles o' enchanting. But if I remember correctly, I do. In fact, I've got like a ton of them from some of the earlier dungeon raids. Now, what kind of silver? Right. Let me see if I have any. Well, I got silver dust. That's good. Oh, and the bottles are enchanting just in case I almost forgot about those. But yeah, here we go. Got lots of them too. So here we are. A silver gear. Okay, now this one I might actually hook up. If I were going to do that, where would I put it? How about here? Well, I can't put it on that particular deep slate slab, because it's a half slab. Come to think of it, I've pretty much designated this area as power. That's a pressurized tube. I know I ran a power cable. Yeah, here we go. I'll stick it here so it connects up to, come to think of it, that thing's not running anymore, is it? Is it? Wait. Oh, brother. I'm gonna have to stop the reaction again. If it's not producing any steam, then how much fuel is, how much is in there? Not a whole lot, but it's still a pretty substantial amount. I didn't want to do that, but it was either that or let the deuterium and tritium go to waste. Didn't want to do that either. So that seems to be it for the dynamos. There are more in this pack, but they're not all. They don't all have quests attached to them, apparently. So, what would I do with my extra dynamos? Oh, yeah, I suppose I could put them in like an empty backpack. Have to figure out what to do with all this spare armor later. But anyway, basic universal cables I can just put back here. This is more Farmer's Delight stuff. It's certainly delightful. These meals are pretty significant. And the compression dynamo and a disenchantment dynamo. I've never seen a Sorcerer's Delight reward pack before. I gotta say. Yeah, that's a new one. Oh, brother. Did I really fill up this entire... Well, I'm just gonna have to... Actually, I think I can store some of these... Here. Yeah. And this too. And of course I get more machine frames. But these things... Yeah, I guess it all depends on whether or not I need them. As far as the enchanted books are concerned. So what about the rest of it? Well, a redstone flux cell. Oh, but I need cured rubber and I don't have that yet. Don't have the latex for it, I mean. Energetic infuser. Now that has 3 flux coils. It's used to apparently charge multiple items. Mechanism has a thing for that already. It's called, at least for its items, you can just stick them in slots and power sources. Or like the induction cell. And take this entire block of redstone. A couple of units of lead and electrum. Now, electrum is another alloy. It's gold and silver. And since I got the dust of both, I can make the blend. Take it up here and smelt it. And, wait. That's way out here. There we go. I could swear there was an energetic infuser somewhere else in a different mod. But I don't remember which. If I ever need this thing, I suppose it's there. These grenades, they're like this old game for the Atari. It was a video game based off the movie E.T. But it sold so poorly that there were more that they had to like dump most of them in a landfill or something. Anyway, the upgrades we've already got. One of them for multi-cycle inject. They make dynamos more efficient. You can make it more efficient, or you can make it burn more at a time. And you can also stop, like if, well, this thing's useful. If you were to, let's say I had a Sterling dynamo and you burned an entire lump of coal in it, an entire block of coal in it. Now, the buffer in it won't be enough to hold the coal, all that energy, but with the excitation field limiter, I think it stops it midway until there's more room in the buffer. Yeah. It says they'll turn off on their own when full. So, the auxiliary reaction chamber takes glass, probably the hardened glass, yeah. Signalium plate and silver gears. Unfortunately, I've got a lot of hardened glass. I think you use that with by making using the induction smelter and fusing. I want to say obsidian and glass, but I'm not sure. So I'm going to smelt the rest of this silver here. Okay. There. That's the auxiliary reaction chamber done. And there's the excitation field limiter. Oh, that sounds awful. Much simpler compared to the rest of the stuff I had to do. I should have... Yeah, an electrum ingot left over. Yeah, for something that important, it's surprisingly not complicated. Oh, and there's a hardened tier. Let me explain why that's important. You see, your basic, well, oh, do I really have, there, alright, I'll take this, I'll take that, and, you know, put this here just for the sake of putting it somewhere. Do I already have a, multi-cycle injector? Yeah. So consider that dynamo they just plunked down in the power section here. Okay, I just installed it with a hardened integral components. If I were to take this out, would I be able to put... Yeah, multi-cycle injectors, auxiliary reaction chamber. Yeah, all that can go in here. But this stuff apparently is a broad spectrum improvement. And this is like the next level up from that. So this makes everything a bit more effective. And these make selected things more effective. It used to be, however, that these upgrade kits, the integral components, they had to be installed to accept augmentation. And the higher tier of these were installed, the more augmentation the machine could accept. And you had to install them in sequence.